What's good? It's your boy Fanon. And yeah, today, I'm telling you, last couple of days is the gift that keeps on giving. Deontay Wilder has now put the ball in the court of Anthony Joshua, and in no uncertain terms tells him the money's in the bag, man. The money's in the bag. So let me go ahead, man. You guys got to check out his Twitter post, and I'll play the audio for you and let you hear what he has to say. And then, we can discuss it. But pretty much, man, he's insinuating, look, man, we're going to pay you that $50 million up front that you asked for. And when I come up with this $50 million flat fee for you, take the money and let's get this fight on. That is definitely what is being insinuated by Deontay Wilder in this post. So I'll play it, and then I'll discuss for you guys exactly why you don't play with dudes with a lot of money. And the cats that got a lot of money is not Deontay Wilder. So let me play the audio for you and show you a screenshot of what he posted, and then we'll come back and discuss. Before I do that, though, we're definitely going to have a live stream about this. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, and that way you can get notified of when it's going to happen. And when you hit the bell icon, make sure you hit the bell icon and get all the notifications so that you get all of them and not just some. Otherwise, you'll be wondering why you get some and not others. But with that said, check out this, and then we'll come back and talk about it right after.
Yo, I'm about to catch this plane in a few minutes, but Anthony, with your man Eddie and Barry Hearn, and tell them to check their email. I got something special for you. And by the way, all the money's in the bag. So I expect you'll be a man of your word.
Okay, I'll take 50 million up front. If that's the case, Wilder's team, bring me 50 million up front and we'll take the fight.
I'll see you soon then. Yo, I'm about to catch this plane in a few minutes, but Anthony, with your man Eddie and Barry Hearn, and tell them to check their email. I got something special for you. And by the way, all the money's in the bag. So I expect you'll be a man of your word.
Okay, I'll take 50 million up front. If that's the case, Wilder's team, bring me 50 million up front and we'll take the fight.
I'll see you soon then.
Yeah. So let's see, man. I've been getting a whole lot of comments about when is the offer going to be made, when am I going to make a video about when Deontay Wilder's response to the offer and all that. Let me be clear. This is a response to the offer and said, check your email. And I assume that you're a man of your word. $50 million guarantee. Now, if Anthony Joshua was serious about what he said, he should be cool with it. And if it's not $100 million fight, he should be cool with that. He'll be, hey, man, it's like he's going to just go run to the bank, right? Now, let's ask a question, and thank you to the subscriber and the guy that attended my live stream. I had to jump off that live stream, man, that I was doing when you gave me this because I wanted to jump out here and make a video. I couldn't even make it through my live stream, man. I couldn't even make it through my live stream. Because let's be clear what he said. Anthony Joshua said, if you give me $50 million, show me $50 million, Anthony Joshua's, Deontay Wilder's team. Deontay Wilder's team. Now, ironically enough, Eddie Hearn keeps coming with stuff that says, he's got all these managers. He's got Shelly Finkel. He's got Al Heyman. He got JD's. He doesn't know who to talk to. But you know who one of the people in that list is? It's Al Heyman. Al Heyman is a guy that got an investment banking firm to come up with $500 million to front the expenses for the PBC. Al Heyman just did a $500 million fight with Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Conor McGregor. $500 million. Not $500 million is $500 million. He also did another fight that might have been around $500 million as well in Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Manny Pacquiao. So Al Haymon has a pretty good track record with being able to get his hands on large sums of money. And if he offers, he said, and it wasn't even mixing with it. He said, the money's in the bag. And I assume that you a man of your word. What was the word? Give me $50 million and I'll take that deal. Give him $50 million. Give him $50 million. But do you think, we'll see. We'll see whether or not Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn are willing to come up off of it and come fight Deontay Wilder for $50 million flat fee. Right? Isn't that what he said? Give it to me. Give that to me flat fee. Now, if they're paying the money, guess what else that means? They get to choose where the fight's going to be, when the fight's going to be, because they're paying for it, right? They're paying for it. They fronting the money. Do y'all really think Al Haymon? And before you do it, I know there's gonna be the detractors. I know there are gonna be the people out there that are gonna try to tell me that Deontay Wilder could be making it up. But he said the money's in the bag, man. The money's in the bag. Since you want to play fixed fee games, let's play fixed fee games. You named your price, $50 million. There's your $50 million. Take it, no back end, and sign for the fight. Because it could very well be a $100 million fight, man. It could be more than a $100 million fight. And they might feel like, hey, man, we can invest this. We can put this shit on regular TV. $60 million, let's put it on. Who knows what the reasoning for Al Haymon coming up with that money could be. But Al Haymon can come up with that money, man. You know Al Haymon can come up. Between Al Haymon and Showtime, they can come up with that money. So let's hear the excuses. That's what you were waiting on, wasn't it? All the guys that left the comments in my comment section saying, hey, man, when are you going to make this video? How do you know? I said, how do you know an offer hasn't been made? How you know an offer hadn't been made? I didn't know that an offer hadn't been made. And what they say is like, it's been so quiet. We hadn't heard anything. He hadn't made an offer. Well, there's your offer. There's your offer. What you going to say now? What are the excuses going to be now? What will the excuses be now? When they come up with exactly what Anthony Joshua said, I'll sign tomorrow for $50 million. The money is in the bag. The money is in the bag. Now, wouldn't that be funny if the money was in the bag and along with the money it said, since we're the one overpaying you, Anthony Joshua, because we know, of course, Eddie Hearn said that it's only a $40 million fight. It's $40 million, $50 million tops, right? $50 million tops. That means Anthony Joshua's now overpaid, right? Al Haymon says, you know what? I'll overpay you. I'll overpay you this time. And Anthony Joshua, here's your bonus. Give him a bonus. What's the excuse going to be? It needs to be in the UK because we generate all the money. If you ain't generating the money, you ain't dictating the terms, right? Ring size, location, time, all of that. All of it. You got to give it all up. Not you take that $50 million, you got to take what comes with that $50 million. Because you're getting overpaid. Anthony Joshua is going to get overpaid. Now here's the thing. This is not to all the UK fans. This is a lot of real good UK fans, man. 90% of them. I mean, and I'm just estimating it at 90%, right? But it's like dang near everyone I talk to, except for the cats that are these wild, kind of wild out there Anthony Joshua fans. If somebody's willing to flat fee you more money than your entire fight, than the entire economic ecosystem of your fight that takes place in the UK, where's the money? Where's the money? Wouldn't that mean the money has to be in the United States? Anybody else got $50 million to pay Anthony Joshua? Flat fee with no upside. And Anthony Joshua would be a fool not to take it. A fool not to take it. If this offers what Deontay Wilder's saying, and look, we know, I don't want to do your research about who the guy is, the team behind Deontay Wilder. Just do the research. That's Al Heyman. Al Heyman, PBC, just did a $500 million fight. Has money in the coffers. Has connections to investment bankers who might say, you know what, we want this spectacle to be in Vegas. Because you know how much gambling money we can make in Vegas? Bring the fight, Al. Bring the fight. We'll pay for the fight, man. Because we're going to make our money many times over just with fools losing money on these fights. Because you know Vegas don't lose, right? Vegas don't lose. I love it, man. So let's see. What's the excuse going to be from Eddie Hearn, man? What can the excuse be from Eddie Hearn? Now, of course, I know what's going to happen. Eddie Hearn's going to act like the offer hasn't been made. But he said, check your personal email. Check your personal enemy. Let me read it again. Mate, I sent this personally this time, so just so there's no miscommunication. Tell Eddie Hearn to let you personally check his email this time. By the way, I sent your manager, Rod McCracken, the email as well. I'm looking forward to meeting in the ring, King versus King. The money is in the bag. I hope you're a man of your word. You said pay me $50 million. You pay me $50 million, and I sign the contract tomorrow. If he don't sign the contract and he don't take the fight, dang, excuse me for dropping the mic. Exactly. That's what Deontay Wilder should have done when he made this. He should have just dropped the mic. Because y'all don't have that type of money in the UK, man. Not in UK boxing. You got that type of money in the UK. Don't get me wrong. You guys got cats out there with a tons of money. But Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing ain't one of them. Not when you compare it to the money that's going on in Vegas, the money going on in New York. And you guys got like guys like Zufta Boxing. You got CBS Sports. They want to get this mega heavyweight championship fight on. What's the excuse going to be? What's the excuse going to be? Nobody contacted us. This is a counteroffer too, right? They said $12.5 million. Just listen to how crazy this is. And this is something that Al Heyman would do. This is big money style. Okay, you say you want to introduce a flat fee into the scenario. You offer me $12.5 million flat fee. Okay, I'll trump you. I'll offer him $50 million flat fee. I take the upside. You said you named your price. Now accept it. You know what is funny? This reminds me of a scenario. I know people have heard of Michael Jackson and how Michael Jackson. Do people know how Michael Jackson got I don't know if you guys know. I'll tell you how Michael Jackson got the Beatles. What do you call it? The Beatles, all the rights and bought all the rights to the Beatles catalog because he was talking to Paul McCartney. And he was small talking part with Paul McCartney and said, hey, man, Paul, he's like, how much would you sell the Beatles catalog for? And he named a price. Michael Jackson, they said goodbye. Michael Jackson went on about his business. Paul McCartney went on about his business. And I think Paul McCartney said the next morning he woke up and learned that Michael Jackson had bought the catalog for the price that he named. That's how Michael Jackson got the Beatles catalog. Al Heyman is trying to get the Anthony Joshua catalog called The Belts. I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. Because there's nowhere to hide anymore. And don't get on here talking about where the money is. And yes, I know I'm going over the same thing. I'm going to go over it because it's joyful. This is a week where the United States heavyweights, powers that be, just got done slapping Eddie Hearn all in the mouth. All in the mouth. Like, man, you're not holding this shit hostage, dog. Number one, he gets slapped with this whole thing about Dillian White trying to get Deontay Wilder for $4.5 million and say, hey, man, hey, mate, we'll offer you 5-10 times more money than you. That's 3-4 times more money than you've ever earned. That's 3-4 times more than you've ever earned. And take that fight. The WBC says, nah, no thank you. We know what the end game is, Eddie. The end game is a 100 million pound fight, just like you said you thought it was. Other people can count too. They believe it's a 100 million pound fight. Quiet as kept, pay-per-view in the United States is kind of there's a built up, there's what do you call it? In my opinion, there's pent up demand right now. Because we usually have one really good pay-per-view fight with Floyd Mayweather Jr. every year. And there hasn't been one. And they're looking for the next. What can be the next Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather type of payday in boxing? The only one that I see is Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder. But Eddie Hearn tries to act as if, it's not that serious. And then he says, well, it may be $100 million in revenue, but, if you're talking about profit, that's something totally different. Look, man, I'm trying to tell you, Eddie Hearn is going to get played for a small fry, man. He's going to get played for a small fry. He's bumping his lift over in the United States. He flashing money. You ever been around somebody that's really, really rich and you start flashing money? Not a wise move. So many people, man, point to like the Robert Greene's 48 Rules of Power. And one of them is never outshine your master. And there was a tale of like this aristocrat in France that was a member of the court. I think they called it courtier. He might have been the minister of finance or something in France under Louis, whatever the number, King Louis it was at the time. And he does this crazy, really, really, really big party to show off all his wealth. And he invites the King of France, and the King of France is insulted because the King of France, who believes he owns everything in France, is like, hold on, man, this guy's act like he got more money than me. His parties are bigger than mine. His house is nicer than mine. And he goes about proving to that particular courtier or aristocrat who the boss was. So in this circumstance, you got Eddie Hearn come over to the United States acting like the financiers of boxing in the United States are some peasants. Coming from a second-rate pond in the UK, no offense to the UK, but come on, financially, let's just be real. It's no Vegas. It's no Vegas. Ben's saying it's no Vegas. Flashing his money around. And this isn't Deontay Wilder. If Deontay Wilder's going to offer him $50 million up front, that's Deontay Wilder. Not up front. They're not going to pay him ahead of time. But if they do pay him ahead of time, there's going to be some major ties in that money. And I'm not going to tell you what you should do about it because I know y'all be listening. How you gonna explain him not taking this fight, man? How in the world would Eddie Hearn convince Anthony Joshua not to take the fight? Because Anthony Joshua be like, hold on, man, let me see how much they offer me. They say they paying me $50 million up front for this fight, and you don't want me to take it, Eddie? You must be out your mind, Eddie. You better sign that contract. No. We need to hold off. And, do X, Y, Z. Whatever. We'll see. So anyway, man, when it's all said and done, we'll see what happens with this. I'm 100% sure that Al Heyman's money is better than Al Heyman's money's better than Matchroom's boxing's. CBS money is bigger than Sky Sports money. I have a suspicion that Zufta Boxing, if they wanted to get involved with boxing and promotion and buy a portion of the the PBC and get vested, their money is definitely bigger. Wall Street's money is way, way bigger, and so is Vegas. So, hey, man, the money's in the bag, Anthony Joshua. The The money's in the bag. Be a man of your word. Ask Eddie Hearn to see the emails, and then we'll see what happens. And with that, I'm out. Peace.